My name is Carol Grom, and I'll be the moderator tonight. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan organization that works to empower voters and encourage informed participation in our democracy. One of the ways we do that is to hold candidate forums or events like this to provide voters an opportunity to hear the candidates running for election. The events sponsored by the League give candidates for local offices a chance to present information about themselves and their candidacy, background and skills, reasons for running for office, what they hope to accomplish if elected, and positions on various issues relevant to the office. All candidates in contested races were invited to participate. Each one was given the opportunity to fill out a candidate questionnaire on our website, and their written responses can be found by clicking on their name in the voter guide at lwvelginarea.org. The format for this evening will be different from past candidate forums. The candidates will have 3 minutes to introduce themselves. Then, instead of specific questions from the moderator and the audience, each will have 2 minutes to give their views on several topics. Each candidate will have the option to speak on all of the topics or to skip one if he chooses. This evening, you'll have a chance to hear from 2 of the candidates for Elgin Community College, followed by candidates for School District U46. Our timekeeper, sitting in the center here, will show the candidates when they have 1 minute left, 30 seconds left, and when their time is up. We ask you, the audience members, to please silence all cell phones and remain silent and seated during the forum. This forum will be recorded and posted to the LWVEA YouTube channel, where it will be available for viewing via links on our website, lwvelginarea.org. Tonight we have 2 of the 4 candidates for 3 seats on the Elgin Community College Board of Trustees, Jennifer Rakow and Sergio Rodriguez. Patricia Arroyo, who was planning to participate tonight, had a death in the family and was called to attend a funeral instead. Her candidate questionnaire, however, is included on the voter guide on our website, and you may read about her there. The 4th candidate, Lucio Estrada, did not respond to our invitation. So welcome to our candidates, and thank you for agreeing to participate tonight. Ms. Rakow, we're going to begin with your 3-minute introduction.
I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters of the Elgin area for organizing this event, and all of you who are in attendance and who plan to exercise your right to vote on April 4th.
Have you got a mic?
Yes, you can't. Yeah. Okay, is that okay? All right. I'm Jennifer Rakow, an ethical decision maker and public servant who is committed to ECC's mission of improving lives through learning. I was born and raised in Elgin, graduated from Larkin High School, and earned my Bachelor of Arts in International Relations from Boston University. For a little more than a decade, I lived, worked, and raised my children in Europe. I mention this because that experience helped me appreciate what it's like to live far from family in a country where the language and culture are unfamiliar. I'm the HR director for a construction company in Elgin, where I've worked for almost 15 years. I currently reside in St. Charles, where I moved after my 2 sons graduated from ECC. And the value of the education that my sons received while at ECC is nothing short of outstanding. And I care deeply about my community's investment in higher education at Elgin Community College. This is an important election for the ECC Board of Trustees, given 4 of the 7 seats are up for election. I'm running again, along with Sergio Rodriguez, Patricia Arroyo, and Patrick Parks, to ensure that the college remains in dependable, trustworthy hands and continues its upward trajectory of success as a leader college. I'm currently serving my 2nd year as chair for the ECC Board of Trustees, and during my leadership on the board, ECC has been named a top 25 college out of 1,047 community colleges in the nation. This is also my 4th year serving as legislative liaison to state and federal representatives. I've served 2 years as vice chair and 2 years as the liaison to the ECC Foundation. I volunteer with the children's program at my church. I serve weekly as a leader for a local Bible study fellowship class. I'm a Fox Valley literacy volunteer, a member of 100 Women Who Care, a graduate of Elgin Area Leadership Academy, and I was a United Way of Elgin board member for several years. I believe that my knowledge and experience are important and make me an ideal candidate, along with candidates Rodriguez, Arroyo, and Parks. More information about us can be found at united4ecc.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, your 3-minute introduction, please.
Thank you and good evening. Thank you, Carol. Thank you again to Jennifer and to the League of Women Voters of the Elgin area and to Gale Board and Library for hosting us. Is this better? Okay. I want to thank you all for coming, the voters, and exercising your right to vote. My name is Sergio Rodriguez. I'm a lifelong resident of the area. I grew up in Carpentersville, where I graduated from Dundee Crichton High School in 1999, where I joined the military after high school. I served 4 years of active duty in the United States Marine Corps, where I reached the rank of sergeant in a little over 3 years with 2 meritorious promotions along the way. I also was awarded 2 Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals during my 4 years of active duty. I got to stay stationed on the West Coast, the East Coast, and spent 1 year overseas in Japan. Those experiences led me to believe that hard work and dedication allowed me to achieve great things. Upon returning from the Marine Corps, I came back to the Elgin area, where I lived for Elgin for a while, and I joined KCT Credit Union as a systems administrator. I have now been there for over 19 years, and am now the Vice President of IT and Marketing for KCT Credit Union. I am also really involved in the community, where I'm the board of president of Centro de Información, a not-for-profit social service agency in the Elgin area. I've also worked with the City of Elgin's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration Committee. I'm also a member of the Elgin Rotary, and I've supported the Toys for Tots with the Elgin Marine Corps League since I've been here in 2003. Service has been very important for me throughout my life. Even when I was a teenager, when I volunteered at Sherman Hospital, helping on the weekends, transporting patients and delivering flowers to patients in the hospital. I also went to my grade school as a high school student to tutor 5th graders, to mentor them and to let them know that there are other options available to them, even though that there was a difficult surrounding around them. I also continue to volunteer my time with the USO and with other organizations in the community. I have been appointed to the ECC Board of Trustees in January of 2022, where I have worked along with Jennifer Rakow and the other Board of Trustees to be able to guide the college in the trajectory that it's been, and like Jennifer has said, has reached top 25 college in the United States. I hope to continue to serve the students, the faculty, and the community by maintaining my seat, and I'm also running as a slate of trustees with Jennifer Rakow, Patricia Arroyo, and Patrick Parks. And again, if you'd like to learn more about us, please visit united4ecc.com. Thank you.
Thank you. If at any time you are not able to hear, if you would just raise your hand and leave it up there long enough for the candidates to see you, that would help. Some of these microphones are maybe not as loud as we'd like them, and if we tend to drop off a little, you have to just let us know. Now we're going to ask the candidates for their views on 4 pre-selected topics that were given to them in advance. The 4 topics for the ECC trustee candidates are budget priorities and funding, expanding certificate and technical programs, serving a diverse student body with different needs, and community enrichment and services. We're going to begin with budget priorities and funding, and Ms. Rakow, we'll let you start on that one.
I'll start by saying that ECC is in a strong financial position with a balanced budget, 6 months of operating expenses in reserve, minimal reliance on state aid, a AAA bond rating, and we received a clean, unmodified audit for fiscal year 2022. It's important for the college to maintain its long-term financial stability and operational efficiency, while simultaneously providing students with a high-quality, affordable education. Thankfully, while I've been on the board, we've been able to hold tuition flat for 6 years in a row. And Trustee Rodriguez and I recently voted to approve a flat tax levy for the 3rd year in a row. This has been a tremendous help to students and the community, given the challenges caused by COVID and the increased cost of living expenses. I believe an affordable education should remain a top priority for the board. Enrollment continues to be a challenge for higher ed in general, but ECC has implemented a strategic focus and outreach to ensure the unique needs of students are met. And as a result, ECC's enrollment numbers are climbing and the college is rebounding. Last fall, enrollment increased 10.8% compared to 1.5% for the state of Illinois overall. And this semester, enrollment is 19% higher compared to last year. Current efforts and trends will need to continue to bring ECC back to its healthy pre-pandemic levels. Key to ECC's continued success are flexibility in course offerings, affordability of tuition, and intentional and holistic care of students. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, what are your thoughts on budget priorities and funding?
As a current ECC Board of Trustee serving on the Finance Committee,
Hands up.
budget priorities and funding have been and will continue to be an important topic and focus of the board. I would like to share with you the progress that we have made and the work that will continue in the future. The financial health of ECC has remained strong, and the board and administration has worked diligently to maintain a balanced budget and has maintained its Moody's AAA bond rating. The college has ample funding with 6 months in operating expenses and reserves as mandated by the board. The board, working closely with the administration and faculty, has prioritized academic support and student success and have allocated a significant portion of our budget towards programs and services that directly benefit students. We have invested in new technology and equipment for our classrooms, enhanced our student support services, and expanded our online course offerings to better serve our students' diverse needs. We have worked to secure increased funding to support the community's college mission to improve people's lives through learning. I've collaborated with our board members to maintain relationships with policymakers and elected officials for opportunities of additional funding for the college. We have prioritized the needs of underrepresented communities, such as low-income students, students of color, and first-generation students. We have allocated resources towards programs and services that address the specific needs of these students, such as providing scholarships, offering student support services, mentoring programs, and expanding access to mental health and well-being. If elected, I plan to continue prioritizing student success and advocating for increased funding for the college. I will work to maintain strong relationships with policymakers and elected officials to secure additional funding from both federal and state governments. Additionally, I will continue to prioritize the needs of the underrepresented communities and will work to ensure that our college is accessible to all students. I am proud of the progress we have made during my time on the board, along with Jennifer Rakow, and will continue to work collaboratively with other board members and stakeholders to ensure that Elgin Community College continue to provide a low-cost, high-quality education that is accessible to all students and remains one of the top community colleges in the country.
Thank you. Next topic is expanding certificate and technical programs, and this time we will begin with Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you. I believe that certificate and technical programs play a critical role in preparing students for the workforce and providing them with the necessary skills to succeed in their chosen field. As a member of the Board of Trustees, I have worked alongside Jennifer Rakow and other board members to support and expand these programs. One example is the expansion of our truck driving program to allow for an accelerated 8-week CDL program. ECC's truck driving program has been so successful that students that have completed the program have all had job offers upon completion. We have actively advocated for increased funding for these programs. The board, administration, and faculty have also worked to ensure that these programs remain relevant and up to date by engaging with local employers and industry experts to identify emerging skills and careers opportunities, as well as funding sources for these programs. We have supported efforts to expand access to these programs to underrepresented groups, including low-income students and students of color. This includes providing financial assistance, mentoring programs, and other support services to help students overcome barriers to enrollment and completion. Looking to the future, I plan to continue advocating for the expansion of certificate and technical programs. Specifically, I believe we should continue to explore partnerships with local businesses and industry leaders to identify new program opportunities and provide students with hands-on experience in their chosen fields, just as we've done so with local hospitals to fill the needs of our community. In addition, I believe we should continue to expand our online offerings, which have become increasingly important in light of the pandemic. By offering online certificate and technical programs, we can reach a wider audience and provide more flexibility to students who may have work or family obligations. I am committed to expanding certificate and technical programs as a means of preparing our students for success in the workplace and the jobs of tomorrow. I believe that with the right investments, partnerships, and support services, we can continue to help our students achieve their goals and contribute to the economic growth of our communities. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rakow, what are your thoughts on expanding certificate and technical programs?
I intend to support initiatives and improvements that align with ECC's new 5-year strategic plan and its facility master plan. A great deal of time and collaboration contributed to their creation, and they serve as a crucial roadmap for the college. These tools, in conjunction with ongoing conversations with our local businesses and healthcare partners, allow the college to expand its certificate and technical programs accordingly. And as a result, ECC is well positioned to act as an economic recovery engine in response to the needs of the community. For example, our local hospitals have recently expressed interest in partnering with ECC in response to the tremendous shortage of respiratory therapists. The creation of a respiratory care program at ECC would greatly benefit our students, our hospitals, workforce, and community, and I'm committed to ensuring that this vision becomes a reality. I'm also very supportive of ECC's new Manufacturing and Technology Center, which is expected to break ground in the fall of 2024. State legislators from District 509 have responded generously to our funding requests. And just recently, we received some support from the federal level as well in response to our requests for help. The new Manufacturing and Technology Center will house and expand certificate and tech programs such as HVAC, welding, pipe welding, mechatronics and automation, robotics, advanced manufacturing, CNC, and energy management. Innovative programs, state-of-the-art equipment, a future-focused curriculum. These will give our students a clear career advantage because students will have in-demand skills that local employers are eager to hire. Thank you.
Thank you. The third topic is serving a diverse student body with different needs, and we will begin with Ms. Rakow.
ECC has a very diverse student body, and this diversity is a strength. It enriches and strengthens the student experience. Students want and need to be seen and heard. It's important to promote an environment where they feel welcomed and valued and experience a sense of belonging. Because students face a myriad of challenges, wraparound services for holistic care are essential. Very impactful has been access to student success coaches, wellness professionals, academic advisors, an on-campus food pantry, free tutoring, our award-winning faculty, financial advisors who help with scholarship opportunities, financial literacy, and reduction of student loan debt, our student life clubs and activities, and disability services. These services help ensure that our students stay in college and graduate with a degree or a certificate so they can transfer to the college of their choice or advance in their career. They also ensure that students thrive and flourish in the process. ECC's prestigious recognition as a top 25 college in the nation is the direct result of the college's dedication to dismantle barriers, expand access, and improve student success. Key to this success has been the creation of the role of the hiring of an executive director for equity, diversity, and inclusion. and an ongoing analysis of ECC's rich pool of assessment data has been important to identify where students may be experiencing barriers to success and to evaluate what can be done to provide the appropriate support. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez, what are your views on serving a diverse student body with different needs?
As a current ECC Board of Trustee, as well as an adult learner that went to ECC when I returned from the Marine Corps working full-time, I strongly believe that serving a diverse student body with different needs is critical to ensuring equitable access to education. Our board, administration, and faculty are committed to this and have recognized the importance of creating an inclusive and welcoming environment for all students, regardless of their backgrounds. We have worked hard to understand and respond to the needs of our diverse student body and communities. One way we have done this is by investing in programs and services that specifically address their needs. For instance, we have expanded our mental health and well-being services to provide support to students who are experiencing mental health issues. We have also implemented programs that support students from low-income families, students of colors, and first-generation students to ensure that they have the resources and support systems they need to succeed, such as financial aid counseling, food pantry, and success coaches. In addition, we have implemented policies and practices that promote equity and inclusiveness on our campus. I'm proud to say that we have added our first Executive Director of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion to our administrative team. This director works tirelessly to address issues of inequity on our campus and create a more inclusive environment for all. If elected, I plan to continue to prioritize serving our diverse student body and our communities. To achieve this goal, I will work collaboratively with other board members and stakeholders to ensure that our programs and services are responsive to their needs. I will also continue to advocate for the policies and practices that promote equity and inclusiveness on our campus so that our students have equal opportunities to succeed. I believe that serving a diverse student body with different needs is just not a moral imperative, but also a strategic investment in the future of our communities. I'm committed to this and hope to have the opportunity to continue serving our community as a member of the Elgin Community College Board of Trustees.
Thank you. The fourth and final topic will be community enrichment and services. Mr. Rodriguez, why don't you go first on this one?
Thank you, Carol. As a member of the Board of Trustees and a community leader, I have seen firsthand the impact that community enrichment and services can have on our students and the community at large. I'm committed to continue to support and expand these programs and services to ensure that we are meeting the needs of our community. We have made great strides in offering continuing education courses and workforce development opportunities, and I am proud of our partnerships with local government and community organizations and businesses to promote community engagement. I believe we can build on these successes by continuing to identify new opportunities for community enrichment. In addition to our existing programs, the board and administration is exploring the possibility of offering healthcare services to our students and staff. I am also excited about our new partnership with KCT Credit Union, a not-for-profit financial institution, which will provide a valuable resource for our students, staff, and community members in financial wellness and empowerment. We must also prioritize accessibility and equity in our community enrichment programs. This means continuing to expand our adult education and workforce development programs, as well as our English as a second language programs, and ensuring that all members of our communities have access to the resources and support they need to succeed. I am dedicated to working with our college administration, faculty, and community partners to continue to grow and enhance our community enrichment programs. By doing so, we can strengthen our connection to the community and help to improve the quality of life for all residents. I would like to thank the League of Women Voters, the Gale Board and Library for hosting us today, and you, the audience. Please visit unitedforecc.com to learn more about myself and our candidates, my fellow candidates Jennifer Rakow, Patricia Arroyo, and Patrick Parks. Please vote for us, and thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Ms. Rakow, Community Enrichment and Services.
ECC is a recognized rock star among community colleges at the state and the national levels. So the college is, without a doubt, a tremendous asset for our community and one that we can all be proud of. A community college exists by the people for the people, and community is and should be at the heart of everything that ECC does. It's available and accessible to anyone looking to obtain new skills, knowledge, and opportunities. Adult basic ed, ESL, and high school equivalency courses are a game changer for our community, helping individuals to launch their lives to a whole new level of opportunities. Our dual credit classes and Accelerate College program saves families time and money, with some students obtaining their degree from ECC at the same time that they receive their high school diploma. ECC's Center for Emergency Services in Burlington educates current and future first responders because our heroes need a place to train, and this greatly enriches our community. ECC's Performing Arts Center offers high-caliber theater and concert performances right here in our community without having to travel to Chicago. ECC's Small Business Development Center provides local business owners and startups with business counseling and training at little or no cost and assists job seekers. ECC ensures students are successful. The local workforce is strengthened and services are enhanced. And the local economy is healthy. And the community as a whole benefits. I wholeheartedly support programs and services that enrich the ECC community. I thank you for this event tonight and your attendance, and I ask that you please vote for the United for ECC candidates on April 4th. Thank you.
Thank you. In the absence of the other two candidates, we have a little more time, and I'm going to ask you if you have any other issue or topic you would like to touch on, aside from the four that we gave you. Mr. Rodriguez, no pressure there, but just if there was anything you wanted to spend time on that we didn't.
I guess I would just really like to touch on the important role that ECC plays in our community. I know firsthand as a student returning from the Marine Corps, when I was working full-time, I knew that in order for me to advance professionally and personally, I had to continue my education. But I didn't know how to navigate that. You know, I was a little nervous as a 26-year-old going back to college, especially having been in high school for so long. But my time at ECC was very rewarding because of the faculty and the staff. They do everything to make sure that students succeed. There are so many support services and resources available to students to make sure that they're going to be able to grow professionally in whatever career they choose to do. And it's because of that I bring up a different perspective to the Board of Trustees, and I wanted to continue to serve my community college that I will that contributed to my personal and professional growth. And I want to make sure that I can continue to bring that perspective to the board, coming from the community as well as being a big part of the different community organizations. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rakow.
Okay, thank you. I am very excited to be running alongside Sergio Rodriguez, Patrick Parks, and Patricia Arroyo. We are all community leaders with great depth of experience, and we work collaboratively together, and I'm just hopeful that we will all be serving together on the board. I also just want to reiterate, I often hear people refer to their education at ECC by saying, I'm just going to ECC. And I just can't just say how, with my boys going to ECC, for example, and then serving on the board and seeing the value of the education that our students are receiving at that cost is just tremendous. And these students have the opportunity to go anywhere they want. And we also provide a lot of transfer services. Some exist right on our college campus. For example, we have a partnership with Northern Illinois University where we are training educators from the community to work in our community. We also have an incredible program. It's very difficult to get into the engineering program at Urbana-Champaign. And by going through the program at ECC, maintaining your courses and your grades, it's an automatic into that program, which is incredible. So there's a lot of tremendous opportunities to be had at Elgin Community College, and we're just very proud to serve there, and I'm very proud of this resource in our community. So thank you.
Okay, let's give them a hand. I want to thank you both for participating in this Meet the Candidates night and giving the voters a chance to hear your views. For more information on the Elgin Community College candidates, check the voter guide on our website, lwvelginarea.org. Now there will be a short recess while we bring up and seat the candidates for School Board U46.